Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lessons with me. Changing the title just for a laugh. This one's all about flavour and taste. So in these videos, what we're going to be doing is talking to you about a topic. We're not going to be doing any cooking, so if you do want to watch me cook, then go and watch the other videos. If not, hang about, like and subscribe, pull up a chair. Let's talk about some things. It's not going to be perfect, but it's just going to be my thought process, trying to explain it to you so we can all enjoy cooking a little bit more. So this is flavour versus taste. So it's two wildly different things. Now, in a lot of my videos, I talk about, I say the flavour star, which is this thing here. Now, it's not technically a flavour star. It should be called the taste star, but we'll get there. Let me explain. I'm going to write this neatly because it will make more sense. So this one will need some editing. So we're starting with taste. So with taste, in food, what you primarily have is sort of 5 flavours or 5 tastes that you perceive, okay? So you have umami, which is this sense of savouriness. You have sweet, which is obviously sweetness. You have your sour, which is like your acidity. Your bitter, this is just repeating myself, but like the bitter things that you'll be able to taste, things like lemon pith and things like that. Then you have salt, which is obviously the salty saline stuff. But I like to look at spice as well as an extra one, because when you look at all of these as a whole, you can balance them all working together. So if you have something that is too salty, for example, you can add a little bit of sour and it will help balance, help take away that saltiness. It works with a lot of things if you give yourself examples. Like if you have a tarte citron, for example, and you think about that, it's just like lemon juice, lemon rind, and then eggs and some sugar. So if you just had lemon all on its own, it's going to be very, very sour. In comes the sweetness to balance that out. Then you have the egg, which is like the creaminess, which kind of gives you that wonderful mouthfeel. That is why these kind of things work. Then over this side of the spectrum, which is the sort of wildly different piece to all of this, is the whole thing that encompasses food. So this can be like anything to do with your senses. So it is also involving taste, aroma, texture, temperature, all of the things that you would imagine that goes on in your mouth when you're eating some food. And it can get unbelievably complex and very complicated. Now, if you want to get a book that talks about, I've got such grubby hands. If you want to get a book that talks about food pairing, how aroma, how all of this kind of stuff plays a very, very important role in your mouth and in your noses and in your senses. Get this, The Art and Science of Food Pairing. I can't even pronounce their name, so it must be a good book. But Heston Blumenthal has done the foreword on this, and it talks about how food pairing works, the aromas, the types, all of that kind of stuff. So within this, within this side of thing, the aromas on their own, fruity, floral, herbal, caramel, nutty, spicy, animal, citrus, green, vegetable, roasted, woody, cheesy, and chemical. These are like the main aromas that your body will pick up, and how certain ingredients have more than others and how they all can interact each other. It's like a big jigsaw puzzle. And that is why when I talk about cooking at home, I'm always saying, just think about it. Think about what you're adding. Think about the taste. This is like the next step. This is where when you go to like a Michelin star restaurant and then you have this play of hot and cold and crunchy and all of that kind of stuff. This is where these things really separate the big boys from the small boys, but kind of, not as important as home cooking as I would think as balancing a dish. And this is what taste is. This is the most important thing in cooking, what food tastes like. So yeah, read up about taste, get this book. I would say The Art and Science of Food Pairing. If you really want to geek out, it is unbelievable. And then The Food Lab, which I always reference, by Kenji Lopez, will give you all of the information you'll need to understand about how to balance dishes, flavours and all that kind of stuff. And obviously don't forget to follow me, because I talk about it all the time in a very simple way. So there you go. Hope that helps. Flavour and taste. See you later.